Welcome. It's wonderful to be on Gino Spot.
Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. One drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver, get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot!
Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot!
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.
Gino Shot!
Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot!
Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot!
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Center Stage.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gino Spot tonight. Woo! It is Tuesday. It's Tuesday tonight, and it is towards the end of the month, getting towards the end of the month, getting to Easter weekend next weekend. So I hope you're all going to have a great time. We've got a special one in Mpekweni next on Saturday, just before Easter. So we're going to have, because I'm going to be in Mpekweni, so that's why we're doing it there as well. It's going to be great. But tonight is the one with Barry Hilton. We have the cousin, fortunately for us, in Gqeberha. We have the cousin in town at the moment. He's popped up for a show, which we'll chat about as well. I'm sure he had a good time, and he's visiting family and friends and whatever, because we know that was Barry's home for many years, and obviously Gino Spot is ready to go. So tell me where you from, where you watching from. Tell me what you're drinking, because we got Fitch and Leeds here tonight. Thank you very much to our sponsors, Fitch and Leeds and Spa. Indeed. We have, and also Amobia, our internet. I see our things aren't on. I see there is Spa in the corner there. In the corner. I want to point up here. All right, I see there. I saw some people. I've seen Kevin Dorita on there, and of course Carol Jacobs, always here first. She's always on first. Send through those comments. We've got a busy little schedule coming up, because next Tuesday as well. Next Tuesday we have the mayor. Huh? How's that for a scoop? Indeed. Gababanga is going to be coming in. We're going to be talking about all sorts of stuff, including, of course, the name change. And Diepsloot. Diepsloot is in the house. Hello, Brett Tellier. Is lekker aan Diepsloot geweest. Yes, Joburgs. All the way from Josie. Obviously, Brett was ex-Boardwalk. Tanya Nell, hello. Gee, we're right here in it. East London, but hey, Niven Marcus, lekker. That's a beautiful, brilliant guitar player. Niven, I'll never forget. I pulled into a gig of yours late at night after a show, I think in East London, and there were about 10 people there, but you were rocking out. And I was just I felt so lucky to be there, because there's this guy doing AC/DC and Black Sabbath, and I was like, wow, how do you discover this in East London all of a sudden? Absolutely killing it. Drinking red wine in your kitchen, Sue Hageman. I know my wife it's quite partial to the wine herself. You have your wine every evening. It's very nice to have. Ferenc Toth, all the way from Kenton as well. And it's London as well. Ferenc Toth, all the way from Kenton side. Kenton guys, obviously party animals as well, you know. And I hope that you're all doing okay during COVID, indeed. And we're looking forward to Barry Hilton tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have, of course, tonight we have our Music Kitchen slot, as well as Darren Fuller, who's on to give you what you're watching. So we're not going to bug around too much anymore. Let's have a look at, send me some comments and I'll do a little song for you, I think. Watching from South End. Well, if it's South End, South End. It's like Gqeberha, but it's South. Nearly indeed. Oh, Uncle Greg. Hello, Uncle Greg. Lovely to have you on board as well. All right, let's get into a song, and let's sing some songs for you. Get your Fitch and Leeds or whatever you were using. All right. Woo! Moving to Miami Beach, UAC. Gee, it's good to be back home. Tanya Foolish here, you are also watching. Hello, Gina Bradbury, she said, I'm back in the USSR. Carol Gina Fury, yeah. From BEE, cause my weather app says so. Kevin Mank Marcus is here as well. He says short Gino. Moira Hunter Stafford says hey, hello. Now I'm back in the USSR. I'm back in the USSR. Pauline and May, you are back in the US, back in the US. Robbie Hentworth, bow, bow, bow. Good evening, Gino, you say, and Greg Funstardens here. Cheers, sipping beer, I bet you are. But then you do that every single night. Yeah! Mike Bowles here, all the way from Mount Croy. Wendy Tonkin Tom Thompson, oops, hey. Jose Pereira is there. Tanaka Richa. And Mark Tailford is here in PE. He stays where Barry stays. I think it was Mount Pleasant. I think he's making gin there. Woo! I don't want to tell anybody tonight. Woo! Anthony Colbert, USC. How's it from Cambridge, USA? Oh, man, he's Harding. Hello, all the way from UK. I'm back in the USSR. You know how lucky you are, boy. Back in the USSR. Mandy Michelle said, oh, USSR. I'm back in RSSA. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gino Spot. Fantastic to have you on board tonight, and it's going to be a fantastic, lovely show. I know, because my old friend Barry Hilton is here, always so generous with his time, and we're going to have a good time tonight. Here we go. This is Barry's drink. No, this. Oh, sure. This is Barry's drink over here. I'm stealing the drinks. Barry's just pointing out from backstage that this is. I've taken the wrong drink. That's all right, I slipped in something for him. Ladies and gentlemen, we have tonight Darren Fuller. Darren Fuller is doing What You're Watching. Let's have a look and see what she's got to say tonight. Darren Fuller!
Hello!
Welcome.
I just want to say that I like your song.
Woo.
I like the song.
Yes!
Yes.
Daai buitels, is jy buitels wat ek kop nou die buitels.
Vitals is my favorite. They're my favorite
Yes,
band of all time. Yes.
Aren't they incredible? Still to this day, so much influence across so many musicians' brains. I tell you what, you won't
Damn
believe.
straight. I'll still go for Paul
Absolutely.
McCartney if he gets divorced.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I
I'll
don't know
still-
about that. He's probably forget everything. Well, maybe you'll
That's
forget
fine.
where he's putting his money, and then you can put it all in your account.
Well, I'm not going to say no. I mean,
Darren, tell us what we should be watching.
yes, I shall. Let me try and make a plan with this. Okay, I can't. Okay, so hi guys. Firstly, I just wanted to show you my new earrings. Can you see them? It says "We all float down here." So I'm kind of obsessed with earrings and Wish. So I order a lot of different earrings, and these arrived this week. So obviously they're from it. Pennywise. Very cute. Anyway, so what I've been watching this past week, I found some fairly new films. The one is a modern day version of Persuasion. Persuasion, one of Jane Austen's novels. So guys, look, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Jane Austen nerd. I will watch anything Jane Austen related, especially a modern day adaptation. So this is literally called Modern Persuasion. It's with Alicia Witt. To obviously make it more of a modern adaptation. It's a really studious woman who met someone in her youth, but then she wasn't supposed to leave her. She was studying, and then she had to leave her career for him, but she said nay, and now she's apparently all lonely and sad, and she has a cat. But nevertheless, she runs a PR firm, and then all of a sudden this guy comes back, and he's all famous and rich and whatever, and then they meet up again. If you know the story of Persuasion, it's exactly the story of Persuasion, except set in modern times. So if you like Jane Austen, you will love it. It's very, very cute, and I've always been a fan of Alicia Witt. Then with my other favorite genre, which is horror, there was a film, it's quite modern, I think it's 2020, called Devil Below Me. I always love a good cave story, you know, like people go in a cave and then things eat them. So this is pretty much that. I think it's set in the Appalachian Mountains. So these scientists go off and they want to find this very special mineral in these caves, but for some reason the townspeople won't allow them in. And what do? They go in anyway, obviously, and then, you know, things get eaten. So that was very good. I rather enjoyed it. I always enjoy a good cave horror with creatures. Then a film that's coming to Netflix, so it's still coming. I think it's arriving on Friday or Saturday. It's a film called Run. It looks really, really good. So if you guys don't know who Sarah Paulson is, she is basically she's like the queen of horror these days. She's been in almost every season of American Horror Story. She was the lead in Ratchet on Netflix. She's just fantastic at horror. So she stars in this film, which is about a young girl who is taken care of by her mother at home. She's sick, so her mom takes care of her. And then she starts to suspect that she isn't being told everything by her mother. And it's Sarah Paulson, so you can imagine what direction it goes. It's very cool. It's a thriller horror. It looks fantastic. And like I said, anything with Sarah Paulson in it is amazing. Then I haven't finished this yet, but I found a new film by Drew Barrymore, and I absolutely adore Drew Barrymore, who can't, called The Stand-In. Essentially, it's about this celebrity who everyone loves, but she's kind of gone off the deep end. She's into drugs, into everything, snorting everything, etc. So she gets filmed doing something really bad, and then she loses her celebrity and she becomes a recluse for 5 years. But this entire time she had this woman who kind of looked like her, who was her stand-in, thus the title, who she hires after these 5 years to basically replace her temporarily. And one can only presume how it goes from there, obviously. But it's Drew Barrymore. I can't see anything with Drew Barrymore being bad, so it's a legitimate thing to watch. And then another thing that hasn't started as of yet, it's also on Prime, it's called Them. Guys, this looks terrifying. I'm so excited and yet horrified to watch it. So it's called Them. It's about a couple, a family, a black family that moves into like a typical white neighborhood in the 1950s, and it just gets scary as hell. There's like a supernatural element. There's also a 1950s element. It just looks scary as heck, guys. Scary as heck. So please watch it. It has a very Jordan Peele to it, you know, like Us or Get Out. It looks fantastic. It looks so scary. So that's pretty much what I've been watching, aside from Bones once again, and, you know, lots of murder in general. But yeah, guys, please. And watch that Devil Below Me. It was really, really creepy, especially if you like things like The Descent. And Run. Run looks very good. Sarah Paulson, she's my hero.
Devil Below Me, because I thought it was Devil Below Me. I was thinking, hell bells, what are you watching?
No, Devil Below Me.
Devil below you, yes. Indeed.
Below, devil below.
Yes,
as in a cave. Yeah.
Underneath you, yes.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
My word. Darren, excellent, man. And I always, Drew Barrymore, I always think of E.T. E.T. Phone Home. E.T.
Oh, I think of Firestarter, because that was one of her first films based on a Stephen King novel. So her and Stephen King have always been really good friends, because she was in 2 Stephen Kings as a kid.
Oh, okay.
I know.
No wonder.
I know. But yes, E.T. would be. E.T. would.
The smud-
Hello, Auntie Charlene. Hello.
Oh, is Smud your name?
Well, I mean, Smud is actually it's a universal name for all of the cousins. We all get called Smud. Yes.
Oh, right.
I know. It's a universal name.
Oh, lovely. Excellent. Well, thank you,
I am a
Darren.
Smud. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
And we'll see you next week with your baitles.
I shall see thee anon. Goodbye.
Ciao, ciao. All right, Darren Fuller. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more thing. We've now we have linked up with Ian Mitchell from the Music Kitchen, and he's going to be just giving us an update of what's coming on the weekend and what's happening at the Music Kitchen. So let's have a look at what Ian Mitchell has to say for the Music Kitchen on Gino Spot.
Gino, good to be back on the show. Just to let your viewers know what's happening at the Music Kitchen and entertainment's happening at the Music Kitchen this weekend. We start off on Wednesday nights with the Four Winds Music Club. Another 4 great local acts. Doors open at 6 o'clock. So join us for a lovely evening of local music. Some great talent coming out of the PE music scene, and this is where a lot of the guys start off. Then we move on to the start of the Easter weekend. Thursday night we've got Jesse Clegg here. Always a crowd favourite. Tickets have sold pretty well for that show, so there aren't too many left. Friday night we've got the Parlotones here. Saturday night we've got Arno Carstens here, and something special about the Arno Carstens show is that he'll be displaying some of his artwork here before the show as well, which is fantastic. And then Sunday lunch we've got Art Matthews here, always one of our favourites to have here at the Music Kitchen. He's so good interacting with the crowd, and we're in for an amazing weekend of live music. We're just holding thumbs that Mr. Ramaphosa makes some decent announcements tonight, because there's a lot of talk on the town that things could change and lockdown could set back in. But we're holding thumbs, and we look forward to seeing all of you guys at the Music Kitchen. Have a wonderful Easter weekend, and we'll see you again next weekend. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the studio, Barry Hilton.
How's it?
Very lekker.
Cool, man.
Very-
I like my pants.
I'm loving it. You know, I don't know.
I've been fishing all day, but give me a break.
The viewers can't see the pants, but you got this Hawaii thing going on. Check it out. Check it. It's going on. I think you can even give you a different
There we go.
camera angle.
Hawaii.
There we go. Look at that. Hawaii, baby.
Straight from my kayak to here.
Sandy, his wife dropped him off here and just said, listen, he hasn't got pants, so just adjust the cameras accordingly. But you got the shirt to match, so you did the job. You know what I mean? It's fantastic.
Hawaiian music.
And thank you, Barry, for coming in.
Pulling. I'm in PE, you know, so what the hell? I came in. It's Jack's birthday. Sandy was Sandy's birthday. Jack is doing a dive course with Pro Dive.
Oh, lovely.
Really
lovely.
cool. It's not a plug, but Pro Dive, really cool guys.
No, good stuff.
They're really cool, and what I like about it, they don't push. It's not heavy.
Okay.
Jack's done his pool sessions, and he's about to do the beach stuff, and then go on to the boat.
What's the beach stuff? Is that
You've got to have to. You walk in. It's only, but they go to 4 meters.
So 4 meters down. Okay. Oh,
so you've got to do that twice just to make sure that you're fine.
Okay.
And they're going out in the boats, and then it's a job.
I just worry. I mean, I fancy to do that. I've never tried a bit of scuba diving. Have you done scuba diving?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Have you been out to those spots out there in the Red Sea and those places?
When I was scuba diving, I used to get these earphones, music earphones, and I used to play the Hollies, you know, the air that I breathe.
All I need is the air. Oh, no.
Yeah, no, it's like I enjoy scuba diving, but I live in Cape Town now because it's so cold. Yeah. I sort of jump in the water, get hot in the shower just to see what sex I am. Basically, it's flipping cold there.
It is.
But I live in Cape Town. You must understand Cape Town.
Yeah, I know.
Amazing.
Is it amazing? Hey, on the mountain and the guys. Wow. I heard it's really clicky down there, though. Very. So
there's a few disc games, but most clickies.
Cheers, Barry.
This stuff is lekker.
Yes, it's lekker, very lekker. And Barry, I've always said that you're one of the most generous souls in this business.
I'm not giving you money this time. I'm telling you that.
No, Barry, it was always there for if you need somebody, if you need some advice, if you need to chat, if you need anything. Gail, lovely to see you as well, Breckenridge and Auntie
Happy
Pam.
birthday,
Sandy and Jack.
Fogarty, thank you.
Yes, I think Pam knows Sandy and Jack.
How's it, Brett?
Brett Elliott from the boardwalk.
Yeah.
And he's up in Joburg now. I think he's Joburg there. Brett, let us know where you are. But like I said, always generous, and I really appreciate that.
That's not a problem. I love
about you, young man. Barry, just for people that don't know. I mean, they know Barry Hilton. They know the cousin. They know those adverts you used to do, and all this your live shows. I mean, you've been doing it for a long time.
39.
Yeah, and but you started comedy quite late in life.
Yeah, it was 7:30.
It's standard time.
26.
26. Yeah, I mean,
I wanted to be a comic since I was 16, but father must go become this.
Really?
Do this. Yeah.
So what do you? I mean, and at school, were you focused at school? Were you ADD? Not.
Yeah, I was very funny to my select group of friends, but the teachers hated me, and it just they actually told my parents to take me out of school at the end of standard 8 because I'm just not going to crack it.
Really?
Yeah.
So that was.
Yeah, and it was because I got ADHD in a big way. Yeah, good evening.
But a lot of comedians have.
Yeah, and it's like it bored me. The only subjects that worked for me were maths and science because you don't have to study those. You just logics.
It is logics, eh?
So I remember and this is true story.
Yeah.
I remember standard 8.
Yeah.
We were doing Pythagoras.
Yes. Yes.
And the teacher drew a right angle triangle.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm going to teach you about a right angle triangle. You can deduce how to get a right angle triangle.
Yeah.
Because the hypotenuse
is...
So the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares on the other two sides.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Which makes sense. And I got that in one. So, of course, he looked at me and he said to me, Hilton, if this is 3 and this is 4, what's that? I said 5. And he said to me, how did you know? I said, you just told me. And then the teacher said, no, I want to know. Have you been... No, I said, I don't understand you, sir. And he said, explain it to me. I said, well, 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 and 9 is 25. So, therefore... wasn't too happy. But actually, I made a joke out of it, because when he said Pythagoras, because I got ADHD, I just floated out the window, and I sort of astral planed myself to some island flighting the 300 next to Gerald Butler. So then basically all I heard the teacher say, like, even though he said writing, but he said it. As soon as he said Pythagoras, everything went Greek to me. Okay, he said like in a right angle triangle. The square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares on the other two sides. What does that mean? And I said, sir, it means if you're a Greek immigrant in South Africa, open a cafe on a corner. Because mathematically, let me tell you, if 3 people come this way and 4 people come this way, 5 people will come in.
Indeed.
But that only ADHD oaks do that stuff,
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. ADHD is like that.
It's stupid.
As a comedian, it's useful to have because you can.
Well, it's great for your sex life because you're allowed to get bored after 30 seconds.
It's like but I think a lot of guys that I've spoken to on the show as well also said that it's that's a thing, it is, eh? And they often battle at school, but yet it's not anything to reflect.
Well, back in the days when I was in school, you go there, you get a matric, you go to university, or you go to the army, join ESCOM or the post office. When you're 65, you will have a white picket fence with a Valiant and a caravan and 2.3 kids. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what happened. So it didn't work for me.
Yeah.
I hated it. I was an electrician for 10 years, and it was just like the worst. Yeah, but I don't understand.
I can't imagine you as an electrician. Did you shock yourself?
Yeah. I found out I was AC/DC.
I went out.
Yeah, but if you understand electrician, I went to Ohm a lot of times. Do you understand that, Gary? Of course you do, eh? Yeah. Because that's quite switched on, isn't it? I've made it. What I've done now, I've made it a current joke. Do you know that South Africa is the only country in the whole world that really has alternating current? You know, Wednesdays, maybe Fridays. But what do we do, eh? I saw first base 1899, the Amatola Sun. He was singing. Yes, I was, bro. For my supper.
Amatola Sun. That's
CF&G. CF&G, that's all I got through.
King Williamstown, eh?
Yes.
It's Konke. It's called
What is it?
Konke. Yeah, it's
CF&G. 90% of all songs you can get through with CF&G. You know that. You're a
Yeah,
muser.
yeah.
CF&G. So I became a CF&G oak because you had to do it, you know.
Yeah.
These back in the days when when I ventured out from the strip clubs I used to work in, because there was the strip clubs were the only gigs we could get.
Really?
Because the British comics could handle all the oaks in the strip clubs. The guys used to go to the strip clubs to have business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And they would to chat while the stripper was on. They'd listen to the comedian while they were doing business.
It's the 70s.
80s.
80s.
So,
Early 80s.
sorry, 83. Eh? So, when I eventually, they let me, I was the first South African they sort of allowed to go to these clubs, the runaway bar. And I made it my mission to sort of change the dynamic, the parameters of it. So, by the end of the time I'd finished there, I was there for 4 years.
Yeah.
The people would come and see Tony the King was also with me.
Tony, yes, I remember
we worked
Tony
something
the
out together. Very cool guy. So the people came to see the comics. The strippers were okay. We'll have lunch now. No, I'm serious. That's what happened. We turned it around because Tony's a very good, very brilliant MC. He's probably the best MC in the country.
Well, those are the guys you learned from as well. I mean, where did you?
Yeah, I learned with. Well, Tony's been a pro for a long time. But I learned, at the runway bar. When the young oaks ask me, I've got a really neat 10 minutes. I'm gonna go look. And
10 minutes.
I started with 4 hours.
Yo.
I could do 4 hours of stand up, and that's what got me through because I changed my show and all that stuff. And then I would say to people when I was running out of gags, and I couldn't write them fast enough, I would write 3 or 4 gags every day.
Yes.
Some are great, some are crap,
Yeah.
So then I would, out of frustration one day, I said, please man, give me a subject. So the oak shouted out, a clown, and I said, 2 cannibals eating a clown, and one said, does this taste funny? So and then the other oak said something, a dog and all that stuff, and I was, so then I started, and I became quite I became quite famous for that. Any subject, and people would come.
You do that.
And it was a joke. And realistically, the oaks are telling you what to say.
Yeah.
But you have to be quick enough.
Of course.
To go there, and then I really honed my skills on that. So there we go.
And I mean, but as an electrician, I mean, were you doing the odd gig beforehand? When did you start? Because
I worked for Joffy Electrician. That's a plug.
Joffy.
That's a plug for Joffy. No, I was just I hated it. I hated it with a passion. But it was just, you accepted that. That was the thing.
It's money. It was money.
You're not funny enough to be a comedian. You're not British. You can't do this. That type of stuff. I was married to a really nice girl.
Yeah.
I was too young.
Okay.
Janice McCurdy. She was really cool. Her parents were arguably the best in-laws you could ever have in your life. No, I'm serious. But they were Scots.
Oh,
and they used to say to me, Barry, you're quite funny, but you will never be as good as Billy Connolly. So so then I used to argue with Janice all the time. She said, no, but you can't do that, Baz. You can't. You're an electrician now. You've got to do this. And the funny thing about it, my first father-in-law was a really cool guy, John McCurdy. And he said something that changed my life completely, He said to me, son, you're not a good electrician. I said, I know. I'm crap. I hate it. No, really. I said, I hate it. He says to me, you're 23 now, okay? If you put your shoulder to the wheel before you know it, you'll be 65, you'll be about to retire, you'll be the workshop foreman, you do the Valiant and the car. And like that, I realized there and then that I couldn't stay married to Janice, because I'm really sorry, Janice. I'm serious. I'm really sorry, but whatever. I've really, I really
You know,
care about Janice lots. She was
But
great.
it's kind of where you are in your life, and you only learn these things later,
Yeah.
And it shows insight in terms of what you're going to do for the rest of your life. You get to at 24, you are nowhere, generally.
Nothing. So when I tried and got divorced and I got married again.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I was too young to be with Janice.
Yeah.
And I got married again, and my penis organised that. You know the feeling. I was saying no. He's going, yeah, but you serious?
Listen.
Come on!
Hey!
You think because I got one eye, I'm going to listen to you? Come with me, bro.
Just follow me.
Yeah, it was quite. So then that was a very hard,
Tumultuous.
very very hard 22 years.
Sure.
And then she left me, and shit happens, and then whatever, and I just sort of met Sandy.
Yeah.
And,
That is pretty amazing.
Yeah, Sandy's pretty cool. She's the one who kept me on the straight and narrow.
Yes.
And not that I was ever a bad guy. I'm mischievous, and I'm always on the edge. I'm like, I'm on the edge with life. I like chatting to women. I love chaffing women. I really do. But and it's like I can chaff women because I'm smooth. And it's great fun, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, how's that? And, Joff, I smoke you sticking, all that stuff. Is your husband here tonight? Maybe we can make a plan. But I'm playing, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, so that was cool. But Sandy's like, she's got everything grounded.
She's focused. She's very focused.
Ford.
Yeah.
Ford.
focused.
Yeah.
Yes. Ford focused indeed.
Yeah.
And but like I said, that
the service is very nice.
Very nice, interesting area. I think she is. We got Shirley Temple here tonight.
Oh, my hair's curly enough.
And they call it. We put a bit of gin in. We got the little punters. Thanks for the chaps for punters. They gave us a little
Punters gin.
Indeed. And so we added it. And apparently, it's called the Dirty Shirley.
A dirty.
A dirty Shirley.
How is your sister, by the way?
Oh, she's lovely. Oh, great show on Saturday, says Dave Lerington.
Hey, wow, Dave Leverington, thanks very much. I really did appreciate it. It was a great show.
Tell me about the venue. What,
the venue, the down at the bottom with Roland Gaspar, he's organised it, and really cool.
Yes.
We sold out.
Lekker.
Look, it was in a combi. We got 100 and so
into the combi.
That was it.
That's amazing in this town.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, in this
well,
time
thank
of COVID,
you,
to get in,
it was cool.
100 people.
The worst thing for me, and I was devastated that the day before, 2 really good comics were going to come to PE, and they only sold comics, four tickets, and I phoned them on the Friday, Dave Levinson and Kurt Skunrad.
Yes.
Because I'm friends with them, and I said, hey guys, I see you in town tonight, I'm coming. And Dave said, no, we're not, I said, what do you mean you're not? He says, we only sold 4 tickets. So here's the weirdest thing.
Is a hell of a thing,
Yeah, but here's the weirdest thing. I get on stage on Saturday, and I'd like to thank Roland and all the guys for, being there, and all the people that came to see me. It was fabulous. But now you're a pro, you understand what I'm saying. I'm on stage and I'm smashing this place, okay? But I felt guilty. No, I'm serious, I felt guilty. I thought, these 2 other oaks are flipping great comics, and they worked so hard.
Brilliant.
Here I am, I come in, I just sell out the place, I destroy it for an hour and a half, and then I'm thinking, what are these guys going to pay their rent? I'm not lying to you, and I went home to Sandy, and I was almost crying. I was in a terrible state. I said, is it fair? Is it fair that I'm... And Sandy said, well, Baz, you've worked for this.
It's some of the times. I mean, obviously, you Barry, you're well known all over the country, but particularly in Port Elizabeth, you've got
especially by the police.
I've got a special heart for you because you've been here for so. The guys in Mount Pleasant are all there with you, Barry.
And folks in Swartkop River are all there with me today.
But everybody is battling, and these
true,
guys aren't the only ones. It's everybody's scared to come out. Everybody's still they're worrying about the third wave coming. The youngsters are out.
Going boss.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Here's the bad part. Now this is Barry Hilton being serious. Okay, the government left us alone. Why? Without entertainment, you have nothing to go for. You know what? You're rich and you want to go out. You want to see entertainment. You poor and you want to go out. You want to see entertainment. Why? Because it makes you happen. Like, you know, comedy is the common denominator because it gives people endorphin. Endorphin is a natural drug.
Yes.
Yo, I've got some for sale.
You squeezed some out.
Hold on. That was a cock joke. I love the fact that we can joke and you know, I spoke to a guy yesterday. I did a podcast, and the comedian said to me, "Have you ever made jokes from dark places?" And I said, "Yeah, every time Eskom closed down." That's the dark joke. You know, you meant no dark bad place. I said, "Oh, of course you do. You do. You know what? My brother Alan, who I love dearly, he died of cancer. You know,
I remember that.
And I actually, when I talk about Alan, I always use a joke because it makes me feel happy about Alan. And one of his peers or whatever it was said to me the one day, "How's Alan?" I said, "Well, he's not doing too well, you know. He's got cancer." And I said to me, "Where did he get it?" I said, "In Cape Town, dude. That's where he lives." And the guy like looked at me. He said, "No." He said, "Do you find that funny?" I said, "Yeah."
Dark humor.
It's and then he said, then the other oak bumped me after a while. He said, "You know, how's Alan?" I said, "He didn't make it, bro." And then this oak went like all melodramatic and cracked like, "Was it?"
The cancer face,
Was it the big sea? I said, "Yes, he drowned in Durban." But it's a true story. But you see, I remember my boot like that. So humor comes from the worst places.
No.
2 days after COVID lockdown, I got phoned by a reporter. So tell me, have you got COVID jokes? I said 19 at the moment. And that oak said to me, "Well, what are they?" I said, "No, dude."
He's missed them. He's missed them all.
And then, of course, somebody wrote to me and said, "You're joking about COVID and, you know, it's not funny." I said, "Well, clearly it's not funny. But what do you want me to do?
You
want to lock myself in a room and wait until the disease comes through?"
But that's what comedy's about. It's about taking serious stuff as well and helping people to cope with it too. You know, it's the only way that sometimes that you can put it into perspective. You know.
Can I do a little plug on something I've done?
Absolutely, yeah.
I've written a course called. Gary said, "Let's do some comments."
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got some comments coming up.
Love you, Barry. Silvio. I love you too, bro, but you know, I'm sort of heterosexual. Thelma, thank you very much.
Thelma and Louise.
Thelma, remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Very nice, Peter. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. Pauline
I
May
watched
says,
Barry's show when he performed in Bahrain in 2005-ish. Thank you very much, Pauline. The greatest entrepreneurs have ADHD.
Yes, the greatest entrepreneurs.
Thank you.
You're so, and you are.
Where have I been? I've been all over the place, Talitha. I've been Talitha, are you the Talitha that booked me there? Well, yeah. Two guys are wicked.
Wicked
You should
indeed.
see our wives. Valley is such a lover. Thank you,
Carol G.
Can I just say something? All these people are asking me. I've written a course.
Yes.
And it's called Talk Funny because everybody wants to.
Yeah.
Okay. And the basis of my course is it's an online course. It's going to be ready in about another month.
Okay.
I'm going to put it on there. And what it is, it's not to teach people to be comedians. Yeah. It's to teach people to how to extrapolate something and create a joke. So I've made it very, very easy. I said there's 3 jokes I use. I use puns, I use exaggerations, and I use false logic. Okay. It was so foggy in Cape Town, you couldn't have missed it. Okay.
Puns, yes.
I got so fat last year, I fell over, I rocked myself to sleep trying to get back up. It was just ridiculous. And false logic, I don't know why rugby players, I don't understand the game because why would they call it a try when they've just done it? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a try.
And I show people how to use that and how to create that. And there's a little theory that I do. I take 10 words and you can make a joke out of that.
Yeah.
And then, but now we as comics, we need the 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Yeah. Look, I've seen you work. 7 minutes. Oh, God's sake.
If you're lucky.
So, no, I'm only kidding. No, Gino's great, and he's brilliant at ad-libbing. I mean, great. You know what I'm saying? And so we need 2 hours of material.
Yes.
The course I've done, you need 5 seconds. Because, think about this. I show you how to create a joke from XYZ. You are the rep, and you've got 50 clients you go visit.
Yeah.
Every joke, every client gets that joke.
Yeah.
Does it, but you don't do it in a joke.
Yeah.
You don't walk in and say, oh, by the way, you chat to the oak or the lady or whatever it is, and then you slip it in conversation.
It
So
must
the
be
uptake on
unawares.
it is brilliant.
Yeah.
People are loving it, and it's ridiculous. It's 549 rands.
Okay. Cheap at the price.
No, but what it is, it's to show people that humor is there. A pure example.
Yeah.
You invited to a braai tomorrow, and 2 people invite you, really cool people. The one oak is more of a bit of analytical type, architect, or that type of vibe.
Yeah.
And the other oak is a little bit of a loon who makes you laugh. No, which braai do you go to? The loon, obviously. Because you are naturally attracted to that. So now my course says to people, do you remember when you were sitting, we were sitting chatting, I was sitting with Gary Hemmings one day, and he said something funny. When I got out of the hospital from the heart attack, but it's true. You've been sitting, I'm going to tell the people out there, you've been sitting with your friends and your family, okay, and whatever, and you're talking about arb, okay, and then out of the arb, subconsciously, you just go, you say a line. Do you remember that? It's happened to everybody, and then you just end up, you are screaming with laughter because it's in the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That feeling that you get of making everybody laugh, that's the feeling I'm giving in my course.
Yeah. Okay.
Able to do that.
Yes.
We can do it
Yeah.
because we do it.
Yeah.
But the average person can do it because they should be able to do it. It's 5 seconds of their life.
Yeah. And it does help. It helps you not only in terms of comedy or whatever. It helps you with your confidence.
Yeah, but also, if you got a rep who comes to you and it's just numbers, okay? And you got a rep who comes to you that actually makes you have a good laugh.
Yeah.
You remember the guy with the laugh first.
Yeah.
I remember once I went for a operation on my tall.
Tol. Op jou tol.
My doctor said to me, I'm on an operating table, okay? And my doctor said to me, you're in luck, We just got this machine from America. It's a very expensive machine, and it's an electron microscope that's going to help us do it. And I said to him, bro, I was on the table. I said to him, if you tell anybody that you had to use an electron microscope to work on my tall, this oak was laughing so much that he had to tell the anaesthetist, wait. But then he said to me, like, how'd you do that? I said, I don't know, just because it's funny. And because I was cucking myself. I was going, you think, I'm going to sleep, am I going to wake up again? Yeah, bro. So at least go out with a laugh.
Absolutely. I did the same thing with my dentist. I had an implant, and it take an X-ray of your mouth. Man, that implant, it was totally in the shape of a penis. It was two thing, and it's like I was like, I've got this thing in my mouth. It's like, she said to me, I'm never going to look at an X-ray ever again.
She said that to you. But you saw the funnies in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Was it hard?
No, it was so hard. Barry, it was so hard. I had to screw the tooth in.
Yes,
as well.
Screw
it in.
Yeah, so humor is important, eh?
Yes, it is.
And in lockdown, I don't know, maybe you're going to ask me, I don't know. In lockdown, I've created another platform for my humor. Instead of working on stage, I've created a platform that I do video reviews. I don't know if Gary tells you.
Yes, is that the...
Cousin Approved.
Cousin Approved,
yeah.
yes. Cousin
so
approved.
Somebody sends me in this and says, can you... I don't do alcohol, but it doesn't matter. I'm using an example. Can you approve this? And what I do is, there's a 90-second window for me.
Okay.
How many times have you watched a review video and after 5 minutes it doesn't even open the box yet?
Yeah.
You want to slit your flipping wrist.
You want to get it go.
So I thought, no, hold on. So I do this 90-second.
Okay.
including an intro and an outro sting.
Okay.
So we've got 60 seconds.
Yeah.
I make it funny.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be hysterical. Make it funny though.
Yeah.
And I make it pertinent and boom, boom, boom. And I always end up with this. I would buy this for my cousin.
yeah.
So another comic actually pointed out to me, Lunga, I forget Lunga, he's a great guy in Cape Town. He said to me, you know, Baz, you've actually taken stand-up comedy and you've moved it across to another platform and you're still writing comedy. And I thought, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Subconsciously we did it.
You did.
You doing this,
Yeah.
okay, instead of sitting in the corner crying, you've done something about it.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely,
what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So, listen, Oaks, if there's any Oaks out there that are really, really struggling, you know, from Gino and I, we don't care. No, we don't. Yeah, make a plan, Oaks. You can do something.
Yeah.
You know, artists, musicians, on a constants. He's selling art.
Selling art
You're
as well.
doing something.
Yeah.
So this COVID has actually been crap for everybody. And yes, people close to us have died. And yes.
Yeah.
But it's amazing that Jeff Bezos from Amazon has quadrupled his wealth. So that tells you something. People are buying online.
Yeah.
So therefore, you should be following a trend.
Yeah.
So do something online. So I've got those two things.
Yeah, it's
I've
fantastic.
got laughter, talk funny, and I've got cousin approved.
But that's just so you, Barry. I mean, you must understand that Barry, it comes up with so many of these ideas all the time. Every time I meet you if I see you after a year or so, you've got like, hey, check this out.
Gary actually said that. He wrote me a letter one day and said to me, Baz, I can't believe your genius and all this thing. And I thought, does he want money?
Gary
No, but I actually took it and I
appreciates
said, I really did appreciate that, guys, because you know what? I tend to drive people mad. Sandy's cool. She understands me.
Yeah.
You know, so when I go on a buzz there, she just understands. Okay, this is what it's like. I'm sure your wife is the same.
Yeah.
We all like loons.
My wife is a teacher that specialized in ADD learning problems and things. So she diagnosed me.
Is she that old? Were you in her class?
I was in the class
For 5 years?
I got it made. I'm hot for teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, so it's people. I think you ADD. You did. So what?
Yeah, it's just you.
You're short. So flippin' what?
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's what you make of your life.
Exactly.
You get dealt with X. You've got to make it happen.
And I know that like you were saying, these what we've done because of COVID, it's opened up different channels of thought. You know, you aim for something and you think, well, it's going in the right direction. I'm just going to go there and then I'm going to see what happens. And then surely as you aim in that direction, you start to formulate what's going to happen.
Fortune favors the bold. I said that to Gary earlier.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's a guy in Hermanus I go past, and I went to him the other day. He was having a hard time. He's closing his business. So he said to me, what have you got to sell for me? What's your idea now? I said to him, you know what, but I've been speaking to you for 3 years. Okay. And I've given you 20 ideas about, let's try this. What about this? What about this?
Yeah.
You've given me zero.
Zero. Yeah.
So don't ask me what my idea is.
Yeah.
Why don't you pull your finger out and do something? Yeah, but it's the truth. You know what? When I started my T-shirt business with No Connons Bride, it's massive,
fantastic.
but it's going.
Fantastic.
You know how many people told me, "Oh, are you serious? T-shirts are over, but they're finished." And I said to my one, told me that. I said, "Dude, the difference between the T-shirts that you sold and the difference between the T-shirts that I sell, mine are original.
Yeah.
They are. They're all. It's every.
No, Connons Bride.
Yeah, but
If somebody says that, they think of you.
Yeah, thank you.
It's
but
fantastic.
everything that I have on my T-shirts, I've created.
I absolutely love it. I love those T-shirts, and
You're not getting one.
I just wondered if one.
I was going to bring one for Gary, but they don't make it in that size.
You'd think I invited you on my show and just one. Graham Vass saying hello.
Hey, Graham, how's it, man? That has got to be the best general manager of hotels ever. Graham, you're an absolute star, and your beautiful wife as well. Thank you so much. Graham, I would go to Graham with ideas. He'd say, oh, what a good idea there. Graham put me into lots of stuff. Thank you.
Have
you decided to marry
on us as well? I know. Miranda Ferreira.
Thank you, Miranda. You have to decide to marry you with your. Thank you, Michael.
But not with your
Send your address. Do I do impressions? Yes.
Have you got a microscope?
Yeah. Do I do impressions? I do, David. What impression? What would you like me to impress? Go.
Oh my word.
Go.
Okay.
Laughter is the best medicine, actually. Yeah. Charlene Blanford. Hello, darling.
Charlene Blanford.
Thoughts become things.
do.
She's great. She brought out. Charlene brought Suzelle DIY here.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay,
Charlene's got this really cool Christian-based nursery school up in Fifth Avenue, and she's really cool. And so if you need to send your child to a really cool nursery school, Charlene Blanford, she's the one to go. And fantastic.
Thoughts become things. You're so right. That's exactly what we mean.
David Opperman,
Queen Elizabeth II.
Okay, Queen Elizabeth. My quick impression, ladies and gentlemen, Queen Elizabeth II. How about that?
The ship.
Sorry, David. You should do this again sometime, Barry. Thank you, Justin.
I was waiting for the Queen's wave.
For the wave. I was waiting. Where's that ginger bastard? Good luck to him, mate.
Yes,
he's making it happen. Good luck to him.
He's out.
Well,
he's so upset at the way.
Very upset.
A friend of mine also said he's Andrew Freeborn. He was on the other night. He says he's also very upset at the way the royal family is
Sue Rhodes, thank you, Sue.
Yes,
proud of her Nagona's bright t-shirt.
Yes,
and they're good t-shirts, eh? And they last.
Yeah,
good stick, brie.
Well, I was expecting one, and then you didn't bring one, and I cried a little bit.
I'll phone Deirdre. Barry Hilton, my cousin. No,
there we go.
My cousin.coza.
Keith is our punters guy. Yes, thank you, Keith.
Thanks.
We appreciate it.
We'll give you a punt.
Indeed. Dave Hoffman, thank you, cousin, and add more reverb.
Because I'm talking on behalf of Gino and myself. The only problem with this, it seems to evaporate. It does, doesn't it? Very quick. If one's full,
the punters,
and then it evaporates.
I'm going to pour a little bit more just in a minute.
It's fantastic.
Thank you, Jonathan Miller.
Like a show, bro. We love it.
Johnny Miller
Thanks,
is a muso. He's a fantastic muso as well. And also
see, we got so much talent in South Africa.
Yeah. Even in PE in East London, we Eastern Cape Okies. There was and I always believed that it was the On The Go show that got the stuff going.
Sure. Can I just say something about PE?
Yeah.
Last year something very sad happened. Not my favorite person in the whole world. Yeah. Very odd. Yeah. But you know what? I really feel sorry for Craig's Mischief's family. And Craig. Craig and I used to bump heads quite a lot.
Yes.
But, when I heard that he was sick, it was just horrible. And I don't know if COVID took him or whatever, but whatever it is, it was a loss because Craig had a lot of fans.
He was down in Cape Town, actually.
Yes, he moved to Cape Town. And he had a lot of fans and he was growing his fan base in Cape Town. And... I don't know what it is with Craig and I. We just used to bump heads. Yeah. I think it was a mutual respect, but stay away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Craig was outspoken as well.
Very. I think if I had Craig's confidence, I would have been running for president. But I'm so sorry if you're Craig's family or friends or like that. Really, I think behalf of Gino and myself, we're sorry because you don't want to lose a comic. You don't want to lose artists. It's tough, eh?
Yeah, and then there's quite a few guys, that have we've lost over the
Johnny Clegg.
Oh, Johnny, I mean, it's just recently, and it's those guys. I mean, those I say the vinyl generation, which are starting to go now.
Do you know Mel Miller's still working?
Really?
Yeah. People often ask me who's the best comic ever in this comic. In this South Africa, and I tell them straight out, end of story, Mel Miller. Mel Miller was 20 years ahead of everybody else. Yeah. He told a joke that a certain oak in America told.
Yeah.
Okay? And Mel Miller told that joke I was there.
Yeah.
And this oak in America now told that joke and everybody went like, genius. It was Mel Miller's joke.
Mel Miller's joke.
So, yeah.
I've heard that Mel Miller's, he can be rough though.
But the thing is with Mel, his humor was so intelligent, and he chose to be hard with it. But a very good comic. His timing was just.
He was in that thing with the whole Biltong and Pot.
Yes, he was. But he was like he was just like You know, Biltong on pot roast?
Yeah.
Mel Miller.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
was like that. And he was a good okay. And he actually cocked me out the one day. No, I'm serious. I was getting a little bit cocky for myself, as we do.
Yeah.
And Mel pulled me aside. He says to me, listen to me closely now. You damn good as a comic.
Yeah.
You're getting naughty. Don't use that stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you mean? You said this and this and this. I said, okay, I won't do it again. I promise you. Because I had great respect for him.
Okay.
But if you think about it, Mel Miller, in some odd way, had respect for me to say to me, Baz,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah.
You're too good for that.
He was helping you.
So thanks, Mel.
Oh, man.
He makes, he does a lot of woodwork and stuff like that. Makes like really intricate cutting
Carpenter.
boards and things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Very,
I didn't know.
yeah, you know, we've lost a lot of brilliant Cyril Greens.
Cyril Green's another one.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
sad,
I love that one.
Size six.
He used to tell these long jokes.
The 50 guinea funeral.
Yeah.
They never would let him finish. You remember that? The 50 guinea funeral.
I see Philippa saying, can you copyright a joke?
You can. It depends how you say it, Philippa. A joke is a joke is a joke. But if it's said in a certain way, I would imagine. However,
Well, if it's recorded, isn't it like music?
yeah, probably. But however, you know, if you heard one of my jokes from Gino or the vice versa, if I hear a joke of yours, well, that's funny, bro, and I go and do it, my fans will go, that's a Barry Hilton joke, and then they hear you, they say, seriously? No, but it's the truth.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what happens, you know.
Yeah.
So is it subjective? Is that the word?
Yeah, it is, yeah. I suppose it is, but you know...
My biggest respect for Baz, he never uses bad name. You can... Thanks, Brett. I appreciate it.
But yeah, I mean, that's the thing that I do as well. I don't feel
Steals
comfortable.
jokes. That's what he does. He steals jokes.
Steals jokes. I don't feel comfortable swearing on stage.
And you know what? You see, it goes with your persona.
Yeah.
Your persona is like zany and loon, and so you don't have to do that. You don't have to go to that. Of course, we're all naughty.
Yeah.
You know, but you don't have to go to that level. Can I just say, in my course, I talk about, and I tell people that if you want to be funny with somebody, tell them something they already know.
Yeah.
Don't try and make a conversation about the downward speed of the velocity from the Mars rover and all that stuff. Tell them about milk going forward.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That, yeah.
But that's why your stuff works, because it's like loon.
It
I
is,
mean, when you actually see the people in the game like, hello, my little one.
That's exactly.
I mean, you're walking down the road, you see a guy like that. Hello, my little one, how are you? Fine, but it's a nuthouse here. Okay, bro. Thinks it's Gino family.
But I mean, but your face, like, talking about walking down the street, and you are so recognizable. It must be quite hectic. And I know I listened to a Rowan Atkinson thing where he was saying that Mr. Bean, you know, Mr. Bean is international because no talking.
Yes, he's brilliant.
Absolutely
Very
brilliant.
clever.
But he said he gets these guys looking at him like he get
Are you?
like, is that who is? I'm just recognized a little bit. You're half recognized, and he said it's like this awkward thing where eventually one guy came and said, "You know, you are the spitting image of Mr. Bean on the television." He said, "No, I am the actor that."
And he went like,
"Oh yeah, no, you're not."
Well, I'll tell you what happened to me.
Yeah.
I was doing touring when I was still just met Sandy. Funny enough, we were living together, and I was touring. I was heavy. I was smashing it, and I fell down the stairs of the plane when we came back from PE. No, through this, and I broke a rib, and I was lying on the tarmac. I was like in agony, bro. Yeah. I was in agony, and these oaks around there going like, "Kegi, yes, and then I said to me, "Kegi, oh Jeremy Mansfield, there's it."
Jeremy Mansfield.
Then I got up and walked away. I said, "No, I'm not." No, but it's really true. Started laughing and said, "Jeremy Mansfield, you're so funny, bro."
I see Kelvin Toolman watching from California. It's an old schoolmate of mine. Hello, Kelvin. Nice to see you.
Calvin, give us a job, bro. We need
There's it.
American comics are the worst, loud and swearing.
Loud and swearing.
Yeah, well, that's their vibe, you know. That's their style. Have you seen the politicians?
Yeah. Never mind the politicians. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, flip sakes. But that's true, Greg. But there's a market for that.
Yeah.
There is a market for those guys. Here's the difference. They got 300 million people.
Yeah.
So they need 1%. They got 3 million.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
If I have 3 million fans in this country, I'd be a millionaire.
Yeah, it's really right. I mean, it's insane the amount of people that it's just exponentially the scale of it.
Brilliant.
Pauline,
Thank you very much, Pauline.
Thanks for you. Oh, thank you very much.
Paul, did you pay that
Especially
earlier?
my
Was that the one you paid?
Yes. we paid that one.
Very good. Yeah, it's very cool. What a jewel this is. It's fantastic. It's a great thing.
It's a year and a bit that we've been doing it.
We've been in COVID for a year and a bit. Longest 2 weeks I've ever checked.
You were one of my very first guests as well on the show. I mean, you were online with me, I think.
I remember.
Yeah.
I was hating you for a while, but I remember that. It was lekker. But you see, you've kept it up. It's tough, eh? But you make it happen.
You got, I think consistency.
You know who did that? Very well with it. It was, I'm sorry, I forgot his bloody name now.
Yeah.
Oh, no! I'm so sorry. A brilliant young South African. He's an Afrikaans. Skulk Bezuidenhout. Fantastic.
Yes. What is it?
Lockdown.
Lockdown.
Yeah,
fantastic.
I want to tell you, Oaks out there, if there's anybody out there that wants to do something, what Skulk did was that took balls. I can tell you that now because he was. Thank you. This is about time. They brought this new
bring
drink.
it over here. Bring it. We got some more Shirley Temples over here.
Got some Shirley Temples. No, pull in, man. Don't be shy. Gino's cherries. He's got a 90.
Philip is bringing us some more Shirley Temples.
Yeah. So Skulk, he grafted for that, and if whatever he sort of gets, I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Skulk has done it amazing. Just a little
for
the medicinal purposes.
It's medicinal.
It's medicinal.
This is really good stuff.
Thanks, Keith. Look, we're running out here, Keith. I'm just telling you, we're running out of gin here.
Keith, you must come right.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that we're running out.
Yeah, we're not saying, but we are saying. No. Please, I can't. What's wrong with this cherry?
We've got ice.
I've got ADHD. You should be helping me. Would you like some ice?
I'd love some ice. Thank you.
Yeah, because one must have ice with one's gin.
One should really.
Yes, really. It's important. Thank you so much, yeah.
Lovely.
Have you took those posh oaks that laugh like that? I was like that. Yeah, I was in London. I did this thing for all these doctors or some kind of like a private corporate thing, and they were laughing like that. I'm clapping it, and they're going like, "Oh, it's just really funny." And I'm thinking, what are these smoking?
The Brits don't like to laugh too loud. They're normally trying to hold it.
You know what? Once I used to do a thing with David Beckham. I loved David Beckham. That was a genius. And
David Beckham, he's got like a high voice.
David Beckham is a genius. I'm telling you that now. On the field, but he remember when we did the 2010. That's how long this joke is ago. 2010 World Cup. He was commentating a little bit, and I'd do this show, and I was on a cruise liner in Australia, and I told this gag, and I got that formal complaint about it afterwards.
Oh really?
Yeah. I said that David Beckham. They said to David, asking him about stuff, and he went like, "Oh yeah, I do, don't I? Yeah." They're nice, aren't they? Yeah, and the little white things, aren't they? Yeah. You put them in your mouth, don't you? And they make your breath smell good, don't they? And then the reporter said, "David, we were asking you about tactics."
Little white things.
And I got a formal complaint from some woman, and she said to me, "We British don't enjoy that."
Oh, really?
And I said, "Well, funny enough, I've got a British passport, so..."
Yeah, exactly. It's a crazy thing.
David Beckham's brilliant, man. Look what he's done.
No, he's going to...
And you see what he's taken. I don't know if you follow football. He's taken Phil Neville, the ex-England ladies manager.
Yeah.
And now he's going to manage David Beckham's team.
Oh. Okay,
you obviously don't follow football.
The American team. Still with American
in Miami.
Miami.
It's called Miami.
Welcome to Miami. And
great song, Will Smith.
Yeah, that's it. And then there was that nod your head. I love the nod your head one. I don't know if you know that.
No.
Nod your head.
Some weird songs coming out now.
No, it is. No, and so PE, you left PE. Why did you? Why?
I don't know.
Why, Bess?
It was just a bit of a...
We were here. We were like chorling and everything.
You were still waiting for lunch.
I was still waiting for lunch.
I don't know. It just happened, But actually, in hindsight, it was good. I was doing a lot of, actually, to tell you the truth, I was doing a lot of overseas work.
Okay.
And it was
You had to fly
easier.
down there every time.
It was easier to go from Cape Town. I could straight up. So it was a mission. And I mean, not only that, it was just, I don't know, things happened and whatever. And Sandy and I was very nice.
Why Hermanus, though?
Sandy's the queen for free. Okay. So we got offered a 4-day stay for free just to stay at the hotel.
Oh, for free is nice.
And we were
Like
actually
that.
doing a little tour, and Jack was 3.
Yeah.
And we were doing a little tour
For free.
and for free. And then Sandy said, "Let's stop at this place for a couple of days." And we stopped in Hermanus, and it was wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Wow, it's stunning, And then that was in the May. By December, we had a house there.
Yeah, so we've got to get away from Gino. So, I mean, by December, he was already there. Do you think you can pull the hush puppy look on your face as well as Mel Miller and his parents? Hush puppy. Oh, dear.
Yeah, Melbourne is
That's
great.
very funny.
Ferenc
taught
Kiffness also worked hard.
Yeah, the Kiffness.
The Kiffness, yeah.
Yeah,
And his own style as well, and good luck to him.
Yeah.
You see, what made the Kiffness popular, he was the Kiffness. He wasn't some oak that stole a thing from another person. He created the Kiffness.
Yeah,
and I say good luck to him, bro.
Yeah, he's done so well, and he works hard, that guy.
Dagwood Kevin.
Open mic session.
Yeah, me.
Dagwood in Cape Road a few years back. Gee, was Dagwood, I remember.
Was that you talking to me?
Yeah,
Jonathan?
I think that's you.
I was
Yeah,
jamming. Maybe.
I've jammed with Jonathan Miller many times. Gail Roberts, I see we have
Yes,
supported his
right.
magazine.
That's true, Gail. We have to support these comics.
And it's true, these things. I mean, look at at the moment, it's our name change here in PE. Rebecca.
Well, a lot of people, apparently, I spoke to an estate agent.
Yeah.
They said a lot of people are relocating to Uitenhage Dispatch because it's easier to pronounce.
I don't know. Kariga is now. Uitenhage is now Kariga now.
Is it now Kariga?
Dispatch, they haven't changed.
Rebecca. It's fine, bro.
Rebecca, yeah, we're learning it. It's okay.
It's-
But we're going to speak to the mayor on next Tuesday. We got the mayor in next Tuesday. We're going to chat about that as well. He doesn't want to change it. He says it's not a Xhosa word, and he says he must change it to Mandela City, which is
That's
okay.
fair. Yeah.
I think it's a nice name.
Yeah,
I don't know what everybody thinks about it, but I'm sure we'll get some comments on Tuesday. We'll check it out.
Yeah.
And
It's
they
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, on Tuesday. I'm
Dispatch
still here, I
they're
think.
gonna
No.
Dispatch they're gonna keep for a while, I think.
Yeah. Well, the dispatch is where everything goes out of, isn't it?
Yeah, seriously.
I've worked in a dispatch a few times, actually. It was quite lekker. I worked,
Done a couple of gigs there.
just before lockdown, I did a gig for Muir College.
Muir College, yes. The Hague. Well, it's now Kariga.
Kariga,
Yeah.
High.
Yeah.
Kariga High.
Yeah, hi.
And the only reason because it's on a hill.
No, they're still Muir. They're still
Muir.
Yeah, still
Oh, the Muir College.
still Muir College.
Very good. It was great.
Yeah.
A lot of old boys, the alma mater.
Yes. Are you're not an alma mater?
No, I
there.
finished in standard 8, but I'm a sort of almost man.
Where were you alma mater from?
I was Observatory Boys in Cape Town.
OBS. Okay, so you grew up in Cape Town.
Yeah, if you couldn't smoke dagga, you wouldn't even allowed to play cricket. It was the Herschel Griggs syndrome.
Yeah, of course. Herschel is still getting flack for that.
I used to do a joke about that. Maybe I still do. I was there when he did it, and it was against India.
Yeah.
127 or something.
Yeah.
And so I said to him, "Why did you smoke Zol before you faced this fearsome Indian attack?"
Yes.
And he looked at me. He says, "Baz, you've got no idea how slow the ball gets, man."
He takes it like a cherry.
Okay, I can take this. I'll let me have lunch in the meantime. What a great talent, eh? What
Incredible.
a great talent.
Natural talent. Herschel Gibbs. Gee, was
Yes.
you enjoy cricket as well.
I'm actually I'm a motocross guy.
Motocross.
Yeah, we're actually staying a few days extra, so we're going to go watch
I see it. Did you?
Hey, if anybody's here, you can't go.
No, I've got contact for you.
I'm doing some commentary.
Oh, you're doing
So
the
I'm doing that.
commentary as well.
So, but motocross is a great sport to watch, and believe it or not, folks, it's a brilliant sport for your children because it keeps them healthy. Don't listen to what people say. Do you know that motocrossers are amongst the fittest athletes in the world?
No, you got to be fit to do that stuff.
Okay, so you know, yes, motocross could be expensive, but I'll tell you something. Tick is far more expensive.
Yes. Yeah, no.
I love Jack. Jack does motocross. I bought him an old bike, and
Okay.
he plays and he just
Whack. That's how they talk to each other.
Yeah.
They talk to each
Here's a
other, yeah.
story. Here's a motocross story. So my boy Jamie was quite a good rider when he wanted to be. Still love him. Okay. And I was saying to him, when he comes over this tabletop, he's got to go through this berm and then he's got to hit these whoops. Okay. So I said, as you come over the tabletop, you go into the berm, you gear down, feather the clutch, you come out, and then you hit these whoops with the power band. And then Jamie's like, so I said to his coach, please.
Yeah.
So this coach says to Jamie, jump the tabletop. And as you jump the tabletop, go, he did it first time.
Yeah. And the sound.
It was the sound. It was the and do you know what? When your kids riding bikes, motocross now, even though the bikes are the same, there's a different tone on how they ride. I know Jack now when he's riding around the track.
Can hear it.
I can hear his bike out of. There's 50 other bikes on the track in Cape Town. They're really popular there. So, but I can hear Jack's bike when I can't see him. I can hear his bike. So it's amazing, hey. But it's a great sport. I think it's brilliant, you know.
And Formula One, you're not.
Formula One. I thought that was the first thing you got after your mother's breast. You know. So Formula One is like Sky Electrics, bro.
I love it. I enjoyed Sky Electric.
Each to their own. Scale Electrics, that sounds like Eskom.
Yeah, it does.
Scale Electrics. No, Formula One, I like...
Scale Electrics.
I like MotoGP. Yeah, bro. And Lighty, Darren Binder did brilliant. No, the Binder boys. Both South Africans. Yes. What's his name? Darren Binder. He came fourth. He was leading the flipping race on the GP3s.
Okay.
And... oh man, it's just there was like 7 of them came into the final corner,
yes.
And it was just that drag at the time, the position or whatever. But I watched the MotoGP. If you Oaks watched it, it was just like flat out in Qatar. And they're racing again, and Oaks from I think it was a Suzuki Maverick Vinales.
Yeah.
What an imagine naming your lighty. What's his name? We call him Maverick. It's a Maverick. Maverick Vinales. It sounds good, Mama. What do you think, Maverick? Yes, I think Maverick is good because people will be too scared.
He's afraid. They will be afraid of him.
It's like, you know, when Ibn Isabet was born. When Ibn Isabet was born, his father gave him the skak name on purpose. Isabet. And as he was born, he was going like, oh, Ibn, you're going to springbok. And his wife said, how can you tell? He said, no, I know, Isabet. Yeah, he was great. We got some great players.
No,
but back to motorsport, I love. Okay. My favorite thing in the whole world is motocross. It's brilliant.
Okay. Yeah.
I just love it. Supercross. Do you ever watch it?
I've checked.
Just go on and watch Supercross.
Also, out here, Rover as well.
Your piece, yeah.
No, these oaks are crazy the way they ride.
Yes.
Fishing.
Oh, fishing.
I like fishing. I was fishing today. I was thinking about you, actually.
Gary's a big fisherman, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Because Gary goes to the Swartskop S3. He putts along in his boat, and he switches his motor off, and he floats his bait, with the spool reel open. And he waits for the grunter to take it, and then he goes...
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you think... I remember that. Do you know I went fishing? I've got a Hobie Adventure Island. Have you seen those? Mm-hmm. It's a Hobie kayak.
Yeah.
But it's got 2 sets of outriggers on.
Okay.
And a 6 meter sail.
That's
and it's got those Hobie pedals and all that. Jack and I were on it today. He sits on the trampoline. We were up and down the Swartkops having a jaw.
That's like a Pacific Island sort of vibe.
Yeah, it's actually the Hobie Adventure Island is a blue watercraft.
Okay.
You can actually go out into the ocean.
Yeah.
In fact, I've got it parked at my friend's house tonight, and we might be going out
That's
tomorrow.
apparently one of the fastest growing sports at the moment. There's the bus, it's cycling and kayaking.
Kayaking.
Eh? Very popular. I'm just saying. I mean, merchandising has been your thing over the thing.
You got to, haven't you?
Eh?
Yeah.
It's your business brain goes.
Your cousin approved.
Yeah, cousin approved. So
That's my newest thing. It's because of the cousin approved videos. People are asking me. I'm actually now selling the merchandise cousin approved, and it's because people have actually come to me and said cousin approved. I said okay.
Yeah.
It's bribe, but cousin approved. It's fine.
So it's great. They can pay an amount. They can buy in, and part of the Barry brand will be supporting them. But I mean, obviously,
and I've written a lot of funnies to go like different from Nothing's Bright.
Yeah.
Like I put good one. I see a power station, and it says 1 man, 1 volt. Cousin approved. I've got a picture of a female praying mantis, a male, and it just says "eat me." Cousin approved. Yeah, so I do stuff like that. It's working for me.
But your brand, it's amazing what you've done with your brand. But the Barry Hilton brand, you could phone Cyril tonight and say, "Hello, Cyril, how's it?"
Here's a story, bro. I got on a plane once, and Previn Gordon said to me, "Hello, my cousin. How are you?" I'm fine, bro. I was on holiday in Mozambique. And I bumped into Maria Ramos and Trevor Manuel on the beach on this island we went to. And so it was about the 4th day we were on the island. We bumped in, and Trevor Manuel said to me, "Hello, my cousin. How's your tax?" I said, "I'm with DHA in Walmer, bro. My tax is sweet. I promise you that." He said to me, "I know."
Oh, really?
I was like, seriously? So obviously he was the Minister of Finance.
Yeah.
He was the oak. He was flipping oak. Yeah. Pay my tax, but you got to pay your tax.
That's Daryl.
Yeah.
Daryl here at DHA. I know.
I think he's retired now.
Yeah, is he?
Yeah, obviously.
Too
On
young
my
to
money,
retire.
you swine.
Daryl Harrison, where are you?
Good oak. Yeah, Justin's taken over.
Okay.
If you need your tax, go to Justin, guys.
Very nice.
He'll make you cry and hate him, but he'll sort you out.
Barry, we've got a section in our show which we call what is it called, Gary? It's
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you.
Know you.
It's called Getting to Know You.
Go.
Getting to know you.
What
I've got
happened?
questions for you.
Oh, question.
Yes. Are you a hunter or a gatherer?
Gather.
Gatherer. You're a hoarder.
No, I'm a hunter, really. That's what it is.
Oh.
I'm a hunter, but otherwise
ideas.
with my ideas, hunter. That's
Okay.
what- go.
You know that.
Definitely.
And what were you like in high school?
5'7".
Not like sit down, Hilton. Not everybody needs to be a clown.
Yeah.
Oh, that was me.
That was Was your name Hilton?
No, it was actually at that time, yes. So before I changed it. After I heard
I
about
love this.
you.
I love this Oaks wit. I just love it. It's snappy.
After I heard about you, I changed it. What's the funniest thing that's happened to you recently?
The funniest thing that's happened to me recently, Sandy tells me jokes. And she tells like jokes. You know when Sandy laughs?
Yeah.
And if anybody out there, I love you, Sandy. But Sandy, this thing I told you about when you crack a line out of the blue?
Yeah.
Sandy laughs for about 5 minutes. And her laugh is so infectious, we all laugh.
Oh, I love it. Well, I
This
think
is
it's
funny.
probably those pants you wear.
Jack is extremely funny.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Is it real?
Jack and I listen. Is it bad? Jack and I listen to. We got a fart app. Just today, so Jack said to me, "Dad, can we? I've got a little JBL speaker that hangs on your
right.
pants."
Yeah.
He says to me, "I'll work the app."
Okay.
And then we did and he says, "Can you do that?" So we're gonna go to walk and whatever.
Yeah.
Jack's gonna go, and I'm gonna click like.
Warmer Park.
That's disgusting, madam. That's going to be such. That was Jack's idea. So I don't care what anybody says. Fart jokes are great. If you don't like them, don't listen to them.
All right. Here's the most ridiculous fact that you know.
The
Most ridiculous fact
that you know.
You know a ridiculous fact.
A ridiculous fact. Yo, Escom.
Yeah, indeed. It is ridiculous. What part of a kid's movie completely scarred you?
Aladdin.
Aladdin.
Yes.
With the rubbing.
Yes.
The it comes out.
Yeah, flip.
So you
I was
don't
like,
want to rub
wow, bro, no, it was
anything.
scary. No, you know when he said, I'll give you 3 wishes. And I'm thinking, why do you only need 3 wishes? Because your first wish should be, I'll have wishes forever.
Yeah, exactly. It was too
So I was thinking like, well, no, but I was a youngster when I saw the first Aladdin.
yeah.
It was actually scary when it came out. You're there, bro. Where did those come from? My mother used to say to me, can you do something with a kettle? No, but it might be flipping out there.
You never know what's inside, man. Oh, classic.
Mama said, make me tea. I'm going to use this. What would you want? You got 3 wishes, Mom. You can have cooked tea, cold tea, or tea.
Just, no. What is the most imaginative insult you've ever come up with? Is it
I
on
said
stage?
it earlier. Yes,
Right.
on stage, yeah. A pommy said to me, pommy, does that mean racist?
Yeah.
Well, I was in London and I just started working. I was on the stage about 5 minutes and this drunk pommy said to me, "You're a racist, mate." And I said, "Yes, 100 meters. How fast can you go?" So it was like one of those boom, and the place
Oh,
just
my
laughed.
word.
What a plonker.
Okay, let's see. If you were arrested, okay, this is I quite like this one. If you were arrested with no explanation, okay,
Arrested?
Yeah, if you were arrested, what would your friends think that you were arrested for?
I'm guilty. Do you know a story about that? Have you got time for the story?
Yeah.
There was an artist in town here. It was a Skabanga. That's nothing short of that.
right.
Okay, I think he's left the town now.
Oh, I remember. I remember.
And I paid him money to do some paintings for Sandy, and he just ducked. 3 years gone. So eventually catches poople, and I said to him, "But I'm sick and tired of this cock. I'm going to take my paintings now." What? And start with me, but I'll blixem you. Yes. Look, he wasn't there, but I told his wife. So anyway, I took the paintings. And then they flip and had me arrested for robbery. True story.
Yes, I remember.
So I go to court. After about a year and a half, we go to court. And the judge says to me, what have you got to say about this charges, about this alleged paintings? I said, Your Honor, I was framed. Can I finish the story? Will we see?
Yes, no, do
So I was acquitted, 100% acquitted 100%. And on one condition that I never mentioned this guy's name.
Oh, right.
But I can tell you his initials are Paul Janssen van Rensburg.
It sounds like the name will take up half the painting. All right. What are you interested in that most people aren't?
Success.
You reckon?
Yeah, a lot of people are too scared of success.
It's true. A lot of people stay
But success is not about this.
Yeah.
It's about,
in there.
yeah.
Yeah, lekker. What game or sport have you spent the most hours doing?
Fishing.
Fishing. Just, they don't
Ask me
mind.
how many I've caught. I'll say
Not much.
not much.
Is it
What have you caught this week? A cold?
therapeutic for you?
It's I fish to fish, not to catch fish.
Okay.
And I've always got this catch and release
Oh, yeah.
thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Except with Sandy, I kept her.
Oh, yeah. Hy vis. Oh, my word. When was the last time you immediately regretted something that you said? Now.
Yeah.
Right now.
No, usually when you say stupid things, you know.
Yeah.
Teacher called me stupid once and said, I'm going to be in the class next year. What have I got to say about it? And I said to him, I've read the school records and you've been in the class 10 years, bro. So it wasn't a clever idea to tell in school because I got bliksem.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Remember that? We used to get hit in school, Alex.
Yeah, proper.
And it hasn't affected us.
No, I'll go check it out. Cheers.
You remember that guy? The teacher would, remember this? That's what the teacher would say to you. This is going to hurt me.
More.
And I said, yes, so I headbutted him. Only kidding.
No. Okay, talking about as a child, what did you think would be awesome? And then when you were an adult, you realized that it wasn't so awesome.
To be married. But I've got it right the third time.
You have to try. Try and try
You're
again.
going to have to try. It's like the lotto.
What about the opposite sex confuses you the most?
Darling, I've been thinking.
Oops.
You know, really?
Yeah. No, it was also what
Darling, I've been thinking.
what are you thinking about? Oh no. What are the kinds of things that you like to cook? Are you good at cooking?
Yes, I'm good. I cook curry and I cook paella and I do risotto and I just like
Risotto.
cooking. Risotto.
Oh my friend.
He's very good. Eh?
Why you never make for me risotto? Before you
Because-
bugger off to
Hermanus.
Hermanus.
But I can cook lekker. I do cook very, very nicely,
Is it?
Peter. Yeah.
Okay, so you do most of the cooking now?
Yes, Sandy doesn't cook.
Okay.
That's the deal.
All right. Says like Carol
No,
G.
she's-
I've been fishing with Barry at the Wild Coast in '86.
And I worked the white shift. Yeah, the
Worked the
Chilean-
night shift.
Yes.
Yes,
What
like
a jewel.
Chilean-
What a jewel.
Do
What
you-
a
do
jewel.
you
The
remember
Wild
that
Coast Sun,
night?
1986.
Do you remember that romantic night with Gillian Warmanhove?
No, she was with her husband at the time.
Oh,
so
right,
maybe.
right.
Oh, so.
She was warmer than with him
With
than
the
with
other
you.
hove, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Gillian.
No. Okay. When was the time that you acted nonchalant but you were going crazy inside?
Just before I went to the nut house.
Nut
I
house?
had a full-on, I had a complete breakdown.
Breakdown?
Two and a bit years ago.
Yeah,
And I
really?
was like, yeah, I was actually just saying, no, I'm fine. But meanwhile, I was going.
Yeah.
And I actually,
Yeah.
I shouted at Sandy,
Yeah.
and I convinced her to take me to the doctor. And then
Sure.
that evening, I was in the.
Yeah.
I call. You know what? It's funny when I say that to people. Sandy says you can't call it the nut house, and I say, well, what must I call it? Because that's my way of handling that.
Yeah, of course.
So I went to this clinic for a couple of days. Funny enough, a guy phoned me today.
Yeah.
And I put it out there, he's got terrible depression and
Yeah.
I want to finish it all. And I spoke to the oak for about an hour. I said, dude,
Yeah.
I've been there. It's a terrible place. You know what it's like on the road?
Yeah.
Massive gig,
Yes.
hotel room. It's
Nothing.
like punishment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nothing
So I spoke to this oak. I said, dude, go see somebody, make a plan. If there's anybody out there, point that cameras to me, okay?
Yeah.
If there's anybody out there that is battling with any form of mental illness, depression, or whatever, go and see somebody. There's no shame. Do
Yeah.
it. I mean, I'm fine.
No, my last two guests that I've had on, Anton Collins was
I
talking
thought you
about.
were going to ask me their names because you
Yeah,
said
no.
two guests.
What are they? No, and Sia Mfundisi, Sia came out with that as well, that he'd actually try to take his own life, and it's a serious thing, that whole of depression.
Terrible. That hole you get.
Yeah.
You fall in, and I went and I take medicine. I've got no problem with it.
Yeah. Ian von Memichi is another one who actually also came out with that as well. And,
Yeah,
and
I think lots of
he speaks
people have
about
got
it
depression.
openly. That he had
Well, I
depression.
think lots of people generally are suffering. I mean, how can you not be depressed? With the world
COVID.
falling apart
like this.
and all that stuff. Go and see somebody, guys. It's very important that you do that.
Yeah, I think as soon as you get to that stage, or even before you get there, if you can.
Go and see, or phone me. It's fine. My
Yeah.
my number's on the internet. Go phone me.
Phone Baz. Phone Baz.
I'm serious, huh? I'm being serious. It's a terrible thing.
I've got your most embarrassing story from your childhood.
From my childhood.
I don't know. Okay, we'll open it up to any embarrassing moment.
Any embarrassing moment when I actually went out with a chick and we'd had too much to drink and all that, and I sharted.
Oh no! Jeez! Oh no! I can't get out of my head now.
I was bragging about it because she was like this wild, and I said, "Check this." you're like, I didn't mean that, bro.
Okay, I didn't expect that one. I can't.
Tell me out there if you haven't sharted, you're lying.
I can't get it out of my mind. No, I can't unsee it in my mind.
It's spreading as we speak.
Okay. Well,
This is fantastic.
okay. How's this? What profession doesn't get enough credit or respect?
Any arts,
Any arts? The arts. You're
Absolutely.
quite right.
Arts.
You're
No
quite-
respect.
I'm with you.
particularly in South Africa.
The person that's had the biggest impact on your life. Couple.
Johnny Noble, who gave me my first gig in ever. I told you Mel Miller.
Yeah.
And I opened for Billy Connolly.
Whoa!
On the night number 4, it was 4 nights.
Sure.
He came to my room, my change room, and he said to me, "I've been listening to you for the last 3 nights, and you're exceptionally good, but stop telling jokes.
Okay.
Talk about life."
All right.
It didn't sound like it was more like, "Hey, I've been listening to you. Yeah, wee bastard." So a massive influence because Billy Connolly actually made me change gear. And my mom said, "Thanks, Bill."
She was amazing. So what's your go-to band or artist when you can't decide on something to listen to?
George Benson.
George Benson.
Or Naughty by Nature.
Naughty by Nature.
I like hip hop.
You like hip hop?
Yeah.
Yo.
I tell you what, it's a great. I was fishing once, and some oaks were playing this hip hop. When they play their music, they love it so much they want you to hear it as well.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm fishing in a Amonis, and his eyes come past like with the low tires and all eyes on me. All that on me. What's his? So I started singing. I was going to the fish. All eyes on me. I'll set you free. I promise. It was a jaw letter.
Oh, nice hip hop. I'm surprised at that. Surprised. What mistake do you keep making again and again?
I told you I've been married 3 times.
Oh, yeah, okay. Fair enough.
The last time, Sandy, I went to it.
Last time. What's the best and the worst thing about getting older?
Knowing that you've got time to play with your grandchildren and knowing that you've only got time to play with your grandchildren.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, eh? That's true. Life is short. It's so short.
And Jack. I love Jack to pieces. He's a great kid. He's 11. He's still 11. I have the best. I know we're carrying on here, but COVID, because I changed the way I do it and earn this and that, I've spent the last at least 11 and a half months with my boy Jack. And
it's amazing.
What can you can't buy that for a zillion years.
Sadly not getting driven mad because you're home all the time.
No, because me and Jack have a jawl. We go riding, fishing, jawling.
Oh, that is classic.
Yeah.
There's one thing about COVID that, and for me too, it's got me to spend time with the
Sandy and I are just like this.
Yeah. Oh, that's magic. A lot of people have, like you said, depression and divorce and stuff because there's
a lot of divorces.
Yeah, they're on top of each other. When I say on top of each other.
Well, I tell you, when we went through that hard time about 20 years ago, there was a really bad thing. I only found out that my ex-wife was an alcoholic. She came home one day sober. It was quite scary. That's one of those. Oh my God. That's the woman I used to know.
Some of the turning points in your life.
Left and right.
Okay. Mooi. You go omdraai.
To Billy Connolly.
Billy Connolly. Yeah, that's amazing.
COVID.
COVID.
Because COVID made me rethink and do stuff.
Everything, yeah.
You can do it, Ux. You can do it.
It's okay.
I promise you, it's tough.
Gino needs to go fishing and hanging out with you and Jack.
Yeah, but what about Gary? Oh, that's terrible.
Gary, take me fishing.
Philippa.
I'm not a big fisherman, I'm the guy in the cabin of the boat eating the knickknacks.
Thanks, Sue. Yeah, is it?
And the
no, Gary and I, he's promised me to go fishing all the time, but every time I come here, he seems to be busy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
You've been there before.
I know it,
this management type, actually. You know what I'm saying?
Philippa says it's been a long 12 months. Thank you for
there
that.
There used to be a joke about that. You remember Mike Bourne? Shame, shot, sadly. You remember Mike Bourne?
I do remember
Gary?
Mike Bourne. Yeah.
Shame, he passed away last year. And there was always a joke about that. Yeah. About Mike Bourne was going down the road with his son, and he saw these musos coming out of a club at 7 o'clock in the morning, broke and drunk. And Mike Bourne said to his son, "Boy, see those actually? They take 75% of my money." Shame, Mike Bourne. Like him or not, he was a great salesperson. Yes.
What would be some of the most annoying things about having yourself as a roommate?
the fact that I change directions 300 times in a sentence.
Okay.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
The AD, always the ideas
Oh,
coming.
man.
Okay, so
And
last
I
couple of
occasionally
questions.
shot.
Last one, last couple here. What keeps you up at night?
Oh.
That's good. It's a
That's
more serious
true.
one.
No more. No. What keeps me up at night used to be worry and loneliness.
Oh.
But since I've spoken to my psychologist and everything's fine,
Yes.
I work a plan, so I don't worry so much.
So that's it's part of the
What
depression.
keeps me-
thing as
because
well.
and the fear of failure, especially after a massive gig.
You know, this is a comedian thing. We're so worried about what people think of it.
You just smashed it. Gary
Yeah,
just said
yeah.
to you, my
Incredible.
God. You go to your room and you think,
Yeah.
nah, I think
Or-
the oak was bullshitting
Or
me.
one oak comes to you and says, I didn't like that joke
You know
about
what the worst is? You're on stage and one person is not laughing, and you spend
Yeah.
the whole set trying to make that
Yes,
person.
I know. Yes. And it's normally because his wife's dragged him there and shat all over him because of something, you know.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not going to enjoy this show. I
You won't.
I will not. I will refuse to do it.
I'm going to refuse from now.
It's so true. It's so true. All right. Let's see. What is the most interesting person you've met
Sandy.
and talked with? Sandy. Sandy.
Yes.
Yes. She's very focused. I know Sandy. She's amazing lady, and clearly somebody who's got you on the straight and narrow.
15 years, bro.
You know, from playing gigs at strip clubs through to organise
Sandy's been with me,
Barry.
but, you know, I just be in my bonnet that I had to go work in international cruise liners because I wanted to prove to myself that I was good enough. Because we always feel that we're not good enough.
Yeah.
Sandy organised it, did it, waited patiently at home, and everything. So yeah, you need if you've got somebody in your life that's good for you, cherish it and
Be thankful.
Absolutely.
Barry, thank you so much for coming on.
It was great. You know, this is probably it is the best interview Joel podcast I've ever done.
I love you for that.
Well, look, it's the only one.
It's only one.
No,
take
it
it.
was great. I
I'll
had
take
the best of time, and having a Flip and Joel.
Yeah, that's
oh my
brilliant.
God, we were
So
on
long.
for like an hour and a half.
Hour and a half, yeah, already.
So thank you very much for watching, guys.
Yes.
Gary, get your camera skills right. Put it on us.
You know, we need to
You
get in the front
seriously?
here.
There we go.
Well, now,
Do you still employ this?
I still, it's sheltered employment.
It is. But thank you very much, guys, out there. And it was my honor to come in and be in the studio with Gino because I've always been a fan of Gino's. And the fact that he takes my jokes is okay. Because I actually go steal his. So, So if you want to see a Gino Hilton show.
Yes, well.
Or a Barry Fabry show. I mean.
We're there. We are for it.
Yeah, we'll do it. Eh?
Oh, Barry,
you know what
thank
I'd love to do? Imagine that. You and I get a gig the next time I come to PE. Okay?
Yeah.
And we do it raw. We say, go. What should we talk about?
Yeah.
And then we will talk about that subject.
Yeah, okay.
That'll be a jaw. What do you think, Hey? I think it'll be a jaw.
Barry's in. We're there. Mimi Rupp. Hello, Mimi. Lovely to see you. Mimi is an amazing lady. She's an entrepreneur of note. I don't know if you ever Stone, etc. In Villiers Road, she's got they do stone pavings and they sort out your garden. She's amazing.
The future is laid out.
Her future's laid out. Mimi, amazing. I love you going to your place.
Entrepreneurial skills are what we have in South Africa in an abundance.
We do.
The problem is most people say, I'm too old, I'm too this, I'm too that.
Yeah.
Get it on, but make a plan.
Just do
because
it.
if you don't put your foot in the water, you will never know the temperature.
You're so right. But Barry, lekker. I'm going to do now. It's competition time. So here we go. You better put your earphones in because it's going to get loud in here. I've got the competition is. Let me just get my microphone here. So I need my mic now again. There we go. All right. I've got my mic back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's competition time. Those of you online at the moment, you can win a case of Fitch and Leeds, which I'm going to give one to you as well, Barry. You can take home for Jack. Jack's going to trash it. I know he's going to be in there. It's good. No, it's not you. You've got to add your alcohol. Yeah, it's good. It's I don't know about beer, but certainly gin. Excellent. And I said, there we go. Love a Barry Fabry show. That sounds like good. Sounds good. Pauline May, awesome fun night. Thanks for the laugh. Thank you very much, Tanya, for share. Liza. But another great Liza van Hawk. Very nice to have you as well. And Wendy. I don't think Wendy's missed one show. Cheers to you, Wendy. And Jackie Hamlet. Yeah? It's true. Absolutely. It's a winner. It is. All right, we're going to head over to the drum cam. So I want the name of the song and the name of the artist in the comments. I'm going to play drums to the song, so that's why I say stick your earphones in, because it's going to get loud. All right. And there we go. I'm ready. I want the name of the artist and the song in the comments. The first one to get it wins a pack of Pitchin' Leads. Do it. Kick it. Pauline May is our winner tonight. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's been lovely hearing. Thank you, Barry, for coming on. Fantastic to have you on board tonight. What about your fun? Thank you to Spa. Thank you to Pitchin' Leads. And thank you to Amobia for our internet. And we'll see you on Saturday when we're visiting Mpekwani. Fishing. There's it, Adam Mpekwani. Well done to Pauline May. You won it. We'll get your details and send it on them. Thanks, guys.
Relax, sit down. Coming out of BE town. One drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver. Get to Gino Spot. Get to Gino Spot.